EPF plans ruling for new contributors. Kuala Lumpur, the Employees Provident Fund, EPF, is considering a new ruling that new contributors only be allowed to withdraw their savings after the age of 60 instead of the current 55. Deputy Finance Minister Datuk Ahmad Mazlan said this was one of the proposals being mulled over in light of the minimum retirement age being increased to 60 come July 1. Currently, contributors can still withdraw their EPF savings at 55 either as a lump sum, monthly amounts or a combination of both options. This flexible withdrawal scheme would enable contributors to obtain a fixed and consistent income for a long period amidst worries that their money would be exhausted within a few years. However, no decision has been made on this proposal yet, Ahmad said after a working visit to EPF yesterday. EPF Chief Executive Officer Datuk Syaril Rizwan said any change would only take place after the EPF Act had been amended. He said members could still contribute to the fund despite the retirement age being extended to 60. He said contributions for employees and employers remains at 11% and 12% or 13% for those earning less than Rs 55,000 until the employee reached 60. As of March 31 this year, EPF has 13.69 million members and 509,139 employers. In 2011, 1.87 million members withdrew a total of Rs 33319 bill from the fund. Socks to bosses, pull your socks up. Kuala Lumpur. The Social Security Organization, SOCSO, will conduct nationwide enforcement operations against employers yet to register their workers, said its CEO Datuk K. Selvarajah. Our enforcement officers will be conducting door-to-door checks on businesses to see if they have registered their employees. If they had failed to do so, on-the-spot compounds will be issued, he said after launching the Social Security Program, a joint effort workshop in conjunction with the start of OPSCASN yesterday. He added that SOCSO would embark on a Social Security education program for 2 months to create awareness among employers as to the benefits and types of protection offered to their employees. During this period, we will not take action against employers if they voluntarily register their workers, he said, adding that errant employers must make the required employee contribution to SOCSO. He added that SOCSO was working closely with organizations such as the Malaysian Employers Federation as well as the Federation of Malaysian Manufacturers, and the respective chambers of commerce and workers' unions, to ensure a higher number of registration. Since initiating his annual OPSCASN in 2009, he said SOCSO had identified employers operating small businesses as the bulk of those who failed to protect their workers through SOCSO. Of the 100 businesses we checked, an average of about 10% of employers of small businesses failed to register their workers, he said, adding that some 300 officers would be involved in the operations. Selvarajah said compounds and fines amounting to Rs 322 mil were issued to 5,128 employers last year for failing to register their workers and for late submission of accident reports. A total of 3,326 of them were compounded Rs 295 mil while the other 1,802 were fined Rs 2655960 following prosecution. As of May this year, he said 683 compounds totaling Rs 3311025 were issued to errant employers, while fines totaling Rs 711950 were imposed on 564 employers following prosecution. Government, stop asking for minimum wage appeals. Malaysia, the government will not accept any appeals from employers to delay the implementation of the minimum wage after the appeal period ends in December. Deputy Human Resources Minister, Datuk Ismail Abd Matilib, said allowing the appeals would delay the government's efforts to become a developed nation by 2020. We have 7 years till 2020 and if possible, we would like workers in this country to enjoy salaries like those in developed nations. Besides, the setting of the minimum wage, Rs 900, in the peninsula was agreed to by the National Wages Council, which comprised of associations of employers and workers, he told the New Straits Times.